Eddie Maker will be underway. The referee Stephen Mulville out in the middle of the field. Ballydonughue and Brosna drew in the semi-final 2 weeks ago. Ballydonughue await the winners in the final after their terrific win over Listow last Sunday. We are still having technical difficulties. Maybe you could be getting us abroad. If not, as I say, you'll get it all on YouTube an hour after the game. Out in the middle of the field, Brian O'Shanachon, Martin Mahoney. Facing them for Brosna is Timmy Finnegan and Shane Curtin. Any moment now will be underway. Eamon Walsh has moved out to midfield now. Stephen Mulville about to start the game. Here we go. Martin O'Mahony goes up for it, but drops the ball. A free to Brosna. A free to be taken by Timmy Finnegan. Timmy Finnegan down to Tom McGoldrick. Tom, 50 metres out, or 45 as they call it now. Has it back to Adam Barry. Adam Barry to Flor McAuliffe. Flor McAuliffe back to Tom McGoldrick. Tom McGoldrick kicks it in. Out comes Eamon Prendeville wearing number 21. Number 19 according to the programme, but we're told it's Eamon Prendeville. Back to Mike Finnegan. Mike Finnegan. Ballydonughue covering off, keeping them out. They come back out. All the way out to Shane Curtin. Shane Curtin across to Flor McAuliffe. Flor McAuliffe 45 metres out. Tackled by Jack Gogarty. Gets past Jack Gogarty. Gets it back. Might come all the way across the field again. Eamon Prendeville. Inside to Shane Curtin. Shane making progress. Looks like he's fouled and this is a chance. 21 metre free to Brosna. Game 1 minute old. A chance for Adam Barry, who's got maybe 8 points to that day. We are still working on the signal for people abroad. If not, as I say, apologies, you will get it on YouTube 1 hour after the game. Here comes Adam Barry. Will this be the first goal of the game for Brosna? Kicks it high, very high, and the umpires are, it's wide. It's wide. Adam Barry has his hands out, thinking maybe it was a point. Umpires are nearer than we are. Beautiful day for football. A magnificent pitch. Many thanks to the North Kerry board, Johnny Stack and Maureen O'Sullivan for permission to record this game. Jason Foley, Tommy Kennelly. Tommy making progress, crossing the middle of the field, still going with the ball. Get it to Jim Crimmin, Ballydonughue on the attack. Tommy Kennelly, danger for Brosna, hidden low. A pull down by Eamon Kiley. Probably a yellow card for a tackle like that. Stephen Mulville. It's a free to Ballydonughue, but Stephen gives a yellow card. Yellow card. It's a free. Tommy Kennelly is still down. Ballydonughue were on the attack there, moving pretty quickly. Still no score. Almost 3 minutes gone. Free, probably taken by Paul Kennelly. About 35 metres out. A chance for Ballydonughue to get the first score. Tommy is up, he's okay. Paul looking into the sun. Is that the first score of the game? It is the first score by Paul Kennelly, the Ballydonughue captain. 1 point and no score, 3.5 minutes gone. Kick out by Stephen McAuliffe. Stephen McAuliffe putting it on the tee. Stephen Mulville in the middle of the field with his hands over his eyes, an idea of the strength of the sun. We're in the stand. Up they go for it. All breaks. Might break to Kieran Lynch. Kieran Lynch is fouled. Ball back with Martin Mahoney. He might kick it quick. Martin Mahoney, he does, to Tommy Kennelly. Tommy Kennelly ships a hard tackle. Gets it to his brother Paul. Ballydonughue moving menaciously across to Brian O'Shanachon. And it's a goal! A goal by Brian O'Shanachon. After 4 minutes of the first half, the ball got by Tommy Kennelly. First of all, Martin O'Mahony, Tommy Kennelly, you'll see it tonight. then Paul, and then Brian O'Shanachon moving in menacingly and punches to the net. 1 goal and 1 point. 4.5 minutes gone. Kick out by Stephen McAuliffe. Tommy Kennelly going for it, and that's his third ball winning. Playing quite well. Kicks it quick. Eamon Walsh. Ballydonughue and Eamon a chance. It's high, and it's just gone wide. Just gone wide. Only 4 minutes 50 seconds gone. Ballydonughue on top right now, but a long way to go in this game. Stephen McAuliffe. As I say, if you're watching it right now, our apologies if you see it later on. Hello to Ty Carr and Bridget away over there in Perth in Australia, probably late at night there. To Barry Shanahan in London. Mark Griffin recovering from an operation in London. Tony Griffin. There will be more as we go along. Ball is kicked out. Eamon Walsh. Eamon inside the 45 to Dara Sheehy. Ballydonughue have started well. Dara's kick. It's got by the goalkeeper. Out to Flor McAuliffe. Flor McAuliffe. Away over to Peter Curtin. Peter Curtin. Brosna trying to weather this storm. Away is Morris O'Keefe. To Eamon Kiley. Eamon Kiley trying to cross the midfield with it. Eamon will turn back. Eamon gets it back to number 11 was Adam Barry back helping the defence. And it's Timmy Finnegan. Timmy Finnegan going inside the 45. Looking for somebody to pass it to. Gets it to Peter Curtin. Peter Curtin to Mike Finnegan. Mike way out from his goals. Mike taking it away across to the other side. Over there is Flor McAuliffe. Flor being chased by Kieran Lynch, and it's a free. It's Stephen Lanigan. Sorry, it's a free to Brosna. 6.5 minutes gone. 1-1 to no score. A free to be taken by Adam Barry, who got some terrific points in the drawn game. He kicks it quickly to Flor McAuliffe. The ball might break, and it's got by Paul Kennedy to Kieran Lynch. One Ballydonughue forward down here, this into the field right now. It's Damien O'Carroll, Brian O'Shanachon, and it's a free to Brosna. A free, a foul on Eamon Kiley. 7 minutes gone. 1 goal and 1 point to Ballydonughue. No score to Brosna. According to the flags, Ballydonughue may have the slight breeze. Brosna on the attack. Way over there on the far side is the fullback Shane Fitzmaurice. Shane Fitzmaurice to Mike Finnegan. Oh, that's a free to Brosna. A free in. A foul on Shane Curtin. And a chance for Brosna to get the first score of the game after 7.5 minutes. Adam Barry just inside the 45 metre line. Will this be Brosna's first score? It's high and it's wide. Adam's luck is out. That's the second free that didn't go right for him. Easy to say it from up here while we're waiting for Darragh O'Shea. Hello to William Curtin in Australia, the legend as they call him. To John Hawke in London. Pat Lane from Brosna in London. As Darragh O'Shea kicks it away out to the far side of the field. Jack Gogarty. And Jack passes it straight to Shane Curtin. To Peter Curtin. Shane Curtin. Down to Tom McGoldrick. Tom McGoldrick gets fouled by Jason Foley. A free to Brosna. They're coming back into this game. Across to Tom McGoldrick. Tom McGoldrick. To Adam Barry. Adam Barry. Adam was going to have a shot. Changed his mind. Gives it to Mike Finnegan. Mike. A dangerous ball. Dangerous ball in. It's got by Stephen Lanigan. Eamon Prenderville, according to our programme, is number 19, but he seems to be wearing number 21. I hope I have the right name. Martin O'Mahony. Out to Kieran Lynch. Kieran Lynch. On to Martin O'Mahony. Martin is penalised for picking it off the ground. Free to Brosna. Free to Brosna. Tom McGoldrick. 9 minutes gone. Tom kicks it long. And it's looked like a push in the back. The play goes on. It's got by Mike Finnegan. Mike Finnegan is allowed to carry on. He's still going in with the ball. Mike Finnegan Mike Finnegan gets it back to Adam Barry, and that's probably the first score for Brosna. It is Adam Barry after 9.5 minutes of play. Good refereeing by Stephen Mulville. Let the play go on, and Adam Barry gets his first score. Gets Brosna's first score, a point. A break in play. We say hello to Claire Horgan in Jersey, to Eamon Dowling and Mike Kennelly in London, John Mason, William O'Donnell in New York, David O'Connor in New York, Roger Kissan and Richard McKelligot in Oregon, USA. They're getting up in one part of the world, they're going to bed in another part, and here in Ballylongford at 2:30 or 2:45 on a beautiful Sunday afternoon. The score is 1-1 to 1 point. Dar O'Shea with the kick out. Brosna player down injured there is okay. It might be Gerard Nash. It is Gerard Nash putting back on his jersey. 1-1 to 1 point. 10.5 minutes gone. Dar O'Shea picks it out. Might come to Micheál Foley. It does. Micheál Foley tackled by Eamon Prendeville. Fouled by Eamon Prendeville. Micheál felt the brunt of that as a slight drizzle comes down here in O'Rahilly Park, Ballylongford. Beautiful field for football, purchased by Johnny Walsh, the great Johnny Walsh, in 1940 for the sum of £300 on behalf of the Ballylongford Club. Great men in their time to do what they did. There were games played here before that. 2,000 people in 1937 attended North Kerry versus Dingle. Probably over 2,000 people here today. Couldn't be sure from the stand. Kicked back to Dar O'Shea by Stephen Lonigan, last year's captain. Stephen, Ballydonughue trying to get it out of there. Stephen Lonigan makes a break for it. Good run by Stephen Lonigan. Hops the ball. It didn't quite come back up to, but he still holds on to it. Eamon Walsh. Nicely won by Eamon Walsh. And on to Jim Crimmin. Jim Crimmin inside the 45. Jim Crimmin. Tackle hard, gets it back to Brian O'Shanachon. Brian, the man that got the goal. Another dangerous ball to Paul Kennelly. Paul has got it. Danger for Brosna. What can Paul do with it? He gets it back to Damien O'Carroll, and that's gone over the bar. It's a point. A point by Damien O'Carroll after 12 minutes of play. For a split second, Paul Kennelly had a chance, but he was well covered by 3 defenders and managed to get it back to Damien O'Carroll. 1-2 to 1 point. 12 minutes gone. Slight drizzle coming down as Stephen McAuliffe prepares to take the kick out. He kicks it out into the middle of the field. It breaks to Brian O'Shanachon. Instrumental in the last score as well. Gets it out onto the far side to Jack O'Garty. Jack heading for the 45. Danger again for Brosna. Paul Kennelly makes a break. Paul has a chance of a score here. High and over the bar. Paul Kennelly. His second point of the game. 13 minutes gone. 1 goal and 2 points for Ballydonughue. 1 point for Brosna. Paul Kennelly has got 2 of those points. Damien O'Carroll got 1. Brian O'Shanachon got the goal. Adam Barry has got Brosna's only score so far. 13 minutes gone. Stephen McAuliffe will take the kick out. Apologies. Our internet signal letting us down. It appears you might be getting some of it and you may not. Don't worry, you'll get it on YouTube when the game is over. Ball breaks in the middle of the field. Got by Peter Curtin. Peter Curtin for Brosna. Running outside him is Mollis O'Keefe. Mollis O'Keefe gives it back to Peter Curtin. Brosna on the attack now. Peter Curtin still with the ball. Might turn back and give it to Mike Finnegan. He does. Mike Finnegan. Mollis O'Keefe running inside him. Mike gets it across to number 8, Timmy Finnegan. Timmy Finnegan to Shane Curtin. Back to Timmy Finnegan. And that's a good score for Brosna. A good score by Timmy Finnegan, if I'm right. 1 goal and 3 points to 2 points for Brosna. 14 minutes gone. Dar O'Shea preparing to take the kick out. Today we're in the stand a lot warmer than we were last Sunday. The people around us hope they take no notice of listening to me. Well cut by Shane Curtin, but the ball breaks from him. Got by Eamon Walsh to Kieran Lynch. Kieran has a chance to break. Heading for the 45. Kieran Lynch still going with the ball. He's pulled back and it's a free to Ballydonughue. 1-3 to 2 points. First half. If you have just joined us, goal by Brian O'Shanachon. 2 points by Paul Kennelly. Point by Damien O'Carroll. 2 points for Brosna by Adam Barry and Timmy Finnegan. 15 minutes gone. Paul Kennelly kicks a shot to Damien O'Carroll. Damien heading for the 20-metre line, trying to go inside it. Tackled by Mollis O'Keefe. Damien O'Carroll's kick will probably come to the goalkeeper, Stephen McAuliffe. Stephen McAuliffe to Timmy Finnegan. Timmy Finnegan gets it out to Shane Curtin. Shane Curtin back to Timmy Finnegan. Brosna breaking well. Way over on the far side is Peter Curtin. Peter Curtin looking towards Tom McGoldrick and Jason Foley. Jason is out first, breaks it nicely to Jack O'Garty. Jack O'Garty to Paul Kennelly. Paul Kennelly to Brian O'Shanachon. Brian O'Shanachon, a pillar in our way now and again. We'll do our best. The ball coming towards Tommy Kennedy. Tommy slips and it's going to go over the sideline. It's a line ball to Brosna. Dennis McAuliffe. Dennis gives it quickly to Eamon Kiley. Eamon to Adam Barry. A high ball towards Eamon Prendeville and Stephen Lanigan. Well won by Eamon Prendeville. A big man under the high ball there. Back to Mike Finnegan. Knocked out of his head by Tommy Kennelly and picked up by Jason Foley. Well done there by Tommy Kennelly. Gets the ball across to Eamon Walsh. Ballydonughue trying to weather the Brosna storm now. Martin O'Mahony. Martin, good game of football up and down the field. Played in a clean sporting manner. Brian O'Shanachon. 16 minutes gone. Brian away over to Kieran Lynch. Kieran Lynch will give it back to Brian O'Shanachon. Brian looking for somebody to give it to. And making a break is Jack O'Garty. Jack O'Garty to Eamon Walsh. And Ballydonughue on the attack now. Crossing the 45 is Eamon Walsh. Nice swerve. Gets the ball towards Micheál Foley. Up from the defence. Swarmed and fouled by the Brosna defence. Brosna got the numbers back there, but it's a free after almost 17 minutes. 1-3 to 2 points. A free to be taken by Paul Kennelly. 30 metres out. Paul Kennelly already scored 2. Paul taking his time. 17 minutes gone. Here he comes. And is that over the bar? It looks like it is. 1-4 to Ballydonughue. 2 points to Brosna in the first half. 17 and a half minutes gone. That's Paul's third point. 1-4 to 2. Kick out by Stephen McAuliffe. Stephen McAuliffe with the kick out. You may have a picture and you may not. Not our fault. Doing our best. You'll have it in an hour's time on YouTube. Kick out. Micheál Foley, Jack O'Garty, Damien O'Carroll and Mollis O'Keefe and Paul Kennelly. And Paul gets there. Gets it back to Damien O'Carroll. Damien tackled by Mollis O'Keefe. Damien still with the ball. Nice pick up by Damien. Looking for somebody to get it. Gets it back to Jack O'Garty. Jack O'Garty. Brosna, a lot of players back now. He'll have to bring it out to the side. Out to Micheál Foley. Micheál trying to make a break through the middle. Micheál still going. Gives it back to Tommy Kennelly. Tommy Kennelly lofts a high one, but that's probably going to go wide. And it is. 18 and a half minutes gone. 1-4 to 2 points. Somebody down injured on the far side. Ballydonughue player. Not sure who it is. Is it Damien O'Carroll? Damien, who played a lot of the ball there before that. Not sure what happened. And Damien is limping. And it looks like Damien O'Carroll is going off. After 19 minutes, Damien O'Carroll has gone off over there. Can't see who came on, or maybe he'll come back on. Tommy Kennelly. Tommy kicks it low, but it's going to be got by Shane Fitzmaurice. Shane Fitzmaurice to Shane Curtin. Back, and it's a foul on Eamon Kiley as he was breaking up the feed. Shane Curtin wants to kick it quickly. He does. Down, dangerous. This breaks, and it breaks for Eamon Prindable. He had a chance. Oh, easy to say it from here, but Eamon had a chance, and it went away from him. The ball broke, and Dad O'Shea had already kicked it out to Jack Ogerty. Ballydonughue want to get on with it quickly after that let off. Jack Ogerty crossing the 45 metre line. Sometimes I call it the 50, but it's 45. Over to Brian O'Shanachon. Danger from Brosna. Jason Foley going right through, all the way up from the defence. A chance for Jason. Gets it across to Dara Sheehy. Dara will. Oh, it's saved. A good save by Stephen McAuliffe. Ballydonughue threatened there. The referee gave a free out. A free out to Brosna. Not sure what happened there. Stephen McAuliffe making a good save. 20 minutes and 30 seconds gone. 1-4 to 2 points. Well, a let off for Ballydonughue at one end, a let off for Brosna at the other end. That's the nature of this game. Up and down. 1-4 to 2 points. Ballydonughue lead. All to play for. And you'd never know. By the second half, we might be in a different location. Anyway, you'll get it in an hour of the game being over. And coming on for Ballydonughue, when we check our programme, Stephen Foley is number 22. And no, it's Jack. Number 12, Peter Curtin, has gone off the Brosna team as we wait for Stephen McAuliffe, who was injured in the last save he made, and the free will be taken by Shane Fitzmaurice. We'll sort out the subs in a minute. Maurice O'Keefe should get this ball, and he does. Maurice being chased by Jack Behan, who may have come on for Damien O'Carroll. Looks like Jack Behan over there. That's a free to Brosna. Foul on Maurice O'Keefe. Brosna will move it quickly. Number 8, Timmy Finnegan, moves it quickly over to the substitute that came on for Brosna, number 22. We get his name in a minute. Still going in with the ball. Passes it back to Mike Finnegan, to Tom McGoldrick. Could be a point for McGoldrick, or will it drop short? It's just gone wide. Just gone wide. 22 minutes gone. Number 22 on the Brosna team is Kieran O'Donnell, according to the programme. And that's all we can go by. Kick out by Dara O'Shea. 1-4 to 2 points. 22 minutes gone. Ballydonughue lead by 5, but Brosna well in this game. Maybe they're third wide or fourth wide at this stage. Dara O'Shea picks it out. Eamon Walsh going up for it. Broken by Timmy Finnegan. Back to Micheál Foley, to Martin O'Mahony. Ballydonughue come again. Across to Brian O'Shanachon. It might break to Brian. It does. Brian O'Shanachon broke from Eamon Kiley. Back to Kieran Lynch. Back to Brian O'Shanachon. To Eamon Walsh. Eamon Walsh to Paul Kennelly. Paul looking towards the goals. And it's gone astray, and it might be a free out, or is it? No, it's not. Shane Fitzmaurice gets it out. It breaks away from Flor McAuliffe. And who's the ball now? And it's Brosna come away with it. How they got it out, I'm not too sure. Got out by Timmy Finnegan. Away to number 22, Kieran O'Donnell. Kieran, and the ball comes across here. Number 27 on the Brosna team now. Number 27 might be John Nash, wearing a different number. Dennis McAuliffe. Dennis still going. And heading, and that's a free. He pulled back, a free. About 30 metres out, and a chance for Brosna to get their third point. 24 minutes gone. 1-4 to 2 points. A free. Tom McGoldrick going to take this one. Adam Barry didn't have the look today that he had in the Stole 2 weeks ago when he kicked some great points. Tom McGoldrick taking over now. Tom, who wasn't playing in the last game because of suspension. A good free taker, Tom McGoldrick. And this one drops short. Got by Darragh O'Shea. Ballydonughue will break again with Kieran Lynch. Heading for the 45. 45 kicks it up the field and it's going to go over the sideline. Line ball to Brosna. 24 and a half minutes gone. The ball with Adam Barry. Back to Flor McAuliffe. Out to Tom McGoldrick. Way down from his corner forward position. Tom. Out of Mike Finnegan. And it's play on to the referee. And it's a free to Brosna. The referee has his hand up, a foul on Killian Keane. Well, I thought it was a free to Brosna. You'll see it yourself later on. The free out he's giving now. Well, no. Stephen Mulville is human. It was a free in, I would say, definitely. Maybe just pointed the wrong way there for a second. He did have his hand up before that. So it's a free in to be taken by Tom McGoldrick. He didn't get the last one. Just dropped short. 1-4 to 2 points. 25 and a half minutes gone. Sun back out again in Ballylongford. A lovely day for football. Tom McGoldrick. Can he get Brosna closer? The last one dropped short. The same happens this time. Got by Tommy Kennelly in around the goals. And the ball is coming out to Eamon Walsh. Crossing the 20-metre line. That's Brosna's fourth free that they were unlucky with. Eamon Walsh. Jim Cremen. Jim. Still going with it, looking down the field. Breaks the tackle of Kieran O'Donnell. Jim still going. Jim kicks it across into the middle. Paul Kennedy might get it. It does. Danger for Brosna. Paul Kennedy is blocked down. It's a 50 or a 45 as I call it now. Blocked down. And a chance for Ballydonughue. Haven't scored for a good few minutes now, but it's 1-4 to 2 points. 26 and a half minutes gone. 50 will be taken by Tommy Kennelly, who caught that last ball at the other end on his own goal line. While we're waiting for Tommy, who now leaves it to Darragh Sheehy. Not sure about the Brosna substitutes. One player might have changed the jersey. We'll check it all at half time. Darragh Sheehy, 1-4 to 2 points. It's dropping in. Dangerous ball dropping in, up they go. Broken, or Jack Bean tried to break it down, but it's well won by Brosna and got out. Got out to Killian Keane. On to Dennis McAuliffe. Oh, what a hard tackle by Martin Mahoney on Dennis McAuliffe. They're both down injured. Two strong men clashing there. Referee is calling Martin Mahoney. A hard tackle by Martin O'Mahony on Dennis McAuliffe. We can only go by what we see. And Stephen Mulville is taking the name of Martin O'Mahony, and it is a yellow card for Martin. And hopefully Dennis McAuliffe is all right. Martin is shook after that rattle himself. Dennis McAuliffe is up. Nobody wants to see anybody injured. A free to Brosna. Adam Barry, 28 minutes gone. 1-4 to 2 points. A free to Brosna. Adam Barry. Kicks it long. Jason Foley might get that. Mike Finnegan pushing it back. Free to Brosna. About 30 metres out. Adam Barry. Brosna no luck with free so far. Can they get one from this one? About 35 metres out to the left of the goals. A pillar in our way, but we see it's gone away over to the right. Is it gone wide? It is. Brosna will be very annoyed with themselves. Easy to say it from up here with frees, but that's about the fifth one they've missed. It would make a big difference to the scoreboard if they had got those. 29 minutes gone. 1-4 to 2 points. Darragh O'Shea with the kick out. Dara O'Shea will kick it to this side of the field to Eamon Walsh. Eamon goes down and gets it well. Eamon inside his own 45, looking for somebody to give it to him. Micheál Foley tackled, gets away. Micheál looking for somebody to give it to. Still going himself, making a good run at Micheál Foley, heading for the 50. Dara Sheehy's outside him. Micheál still going, pass it back to Paul Kennelly over his head. Great pass by Micheál Foley, and that's a great score by Paul Kennelly. A great score by Paul Kennelly. Well done by Micheál Foley. That's Paul's 4th point, and we are almost on half time. 30 minutes gone. Micheál Foley brilliantly passed that ball. You'll see it yourself tonight. Back over his head, and Paul Kennelly kicked it over the bar. 1-5 to 2 points as we head towards half time. Ballydonughue certainly on top in this game. Second half will, or could be, a different story. We never know. Last Sunday it was, and 2 weeks ago it was as well. If we knew the future, we'd be geniuses. So it's 1-5 to 2 points right now, as Brosna on the attack again with Jason Foley. Ballydonughue on top in most positions right now. Jason Foley gets it back from Dara Sheehy across to Jim Crimmin. Ballydonughue moving well. Jim Crimmin to Brian O'Shanachon. Brian turns back to Jason Foley. Back to Dara Sheehy. Dara kicks it in long. It might come to Jack Behan. Jack breaks it down. Paul Kennelly with a left leg. High and maybe wide. 31 minutes gone. 1-5 to 2 points. As we approach half time. Don't know if you are receiving us abroad or not. Maybe you are, maybe you aren't. We cannot be sure right now. Right, at half time we may be able to sort out the situation if you can hear that. If not, we'll let you know in the second half. Anyway, it will be on, let's say, on YouTube later on, whatever part of the world you're in. 1-5 to 2 points as Jim Crimmin gets the ball from Brian O'Shanachon, flicks it back nicely to Martin Mahoney. Martin recovered from that hard clash a while ago to Tommy Kennelly. Ballydonughue attack again, attack at speed. The pass went a bit low for Paul Kennelly, but he managed to hold on to it. Dara Sheehy's outside him, got by Dara Sheehy across to Jim Crimmin. Jim Crimmin towards Jack Behan and Morris O'Keefe. It's a free end. Jack is tripped. A free end. Might be the last score of the first half. 32 and a half minutes gone. 1-5 to 2 points. At half time, we will see what can be done about our internet signal, and maybe the second half might be live. If not, when you're listening it tonight on YouTube, it's not our fault. 32, nearly 33 minutes gone as Paul Kennelly takes his time coming in with the ball. He has already scored 4 points. 1-5 to 2 points. Will this be 1-6? And probably the last kick of the first half. 33 minutes gone. And the Bernard O'Callaghan Memorial Championship, sponsored by McMunn's of Ballybunion. Paul Kennelly. Here he comes now. And that's over the bar. It's another point, and there goes the half-time whistle. 1-5 to 2, 1-6 now to 2 points in Ballylongford. Ballydonughue lead. We'll be back with the second half as the crowd cheer the two teams coming off the field. It's a good sporting game. A good sporting game. Ballydonughue well on top, 1-6, which is 9 points to Brosna's 2, 7 points of a lead. Can they hold on? We'll let you know in the second half. We'll come back again. We'll try it again. We'll go off air altogether. Yeah. We're going off air now, and we'll try to see can we get a stronger signal. If you can hear that, we may be back with a stronger one in 10 to 15 minutes. Thank you.